X-Men Alpha Flight number 1. So Cyclops and Madeline Pryor are flying to the Arctic Circle with a bunch of scientists to conduct some tests, I guess, when they mysteriously are struck down and disappear. Meanwhile, at the X Mansion, Rachel Summers gets like this weird flashback, like futuristic thing going on where she sees Xavier, or not Xavier, Cyclops get shot out of the sky, and basically goes to attack the Alpha Flight team because the vision shows to her that, the vision she has shows to her that the shaman from Alpha Flight is to blame for the attack from her father. So she goes to attack him in the hospital, and then the X-Men show up and they're like, whoa, calm down, let's figure out what's going on. And the whole team decides to band together to go and fly to where they crashed and see what they find. So they end up flying over there. During the flight, we get some discussion going on between Wolverine and Heather Hudson, who are talking about the loss of Mac Hudson, who is, the leader of Alpha Flight, who recently passed away. We also get Rogue and North Star talking a little bit, which is cool to see. But so both teams kind of show up here at this like weird castle that's like in the middle of all of this like Arctic cold, and they are greeted by Cyclops, who doesn't need his visor anymore and is actually able to kind of, use his own eyes to see, which is kind of cool. And they're all dressed like royalty kind of. Madeline Pryor has turned into a person who can heal people. So she heals Aurora, Sasquatch, Rogue, and Puck. And it's revealed later on that night when they're at dinner that Madeline is pregnant with a son, which obviously drives Rachel crazy because in her future, Cyclops and Madeline are her parents, and they didn't have a son. So obviously she's from a different future, and this future is, giving birth to a boy. So I'm not sure if this is the actual reveal, the first appearance or the first reveal or announcement of Nathan Summers, I believe, in X-Men. It might not be, but if it is, that's kind of cool, I guess. So Rachel runs away sad. Kitty and Talisman is Shaman's daughter, I believe. They go after her and try to help her out. And also during the night here, some weird stuff goes on. We get Shaman losing control of his medicine pouch, and all this is kind of linked to the castle. So there's some weird stuff going on here, and turns out Shaman is also dying. So Snowbird, who's also has powers from magic, she's also very ill. So Shaman now is very ill. So the X-Men and Alpha are a little concerned as to why these characters are in pain after coming here from Canada. So more to come here. We do get a little bit of introduction of Loki here. So Loki kind of shows up. We don't really get too much of a reference of what's going on with him, but he does speak to like all these like higher gods. I guess one of them's Odin, but they all are like, I guess, higher deities in Norse mythology, I guess. I don't know. So that's kind of interesting to see that. Not a big fan of Loki's costume, but overall I thought this was a good issue. I think it took me a little bit of time to get used to get reacquainted with the Alpha Flight members. I'm not too familiar with them. I haven't read like John Byrne's Alpha Flight run. I'm not really a big Alpha Flight fan, honestly, but then again, who really is? But I thought it was a good issue. It definitely sets the stage for what's to come, and looking forward to reading the second part of this. So that was X-Men Alpha Flight number 1.